Well, as you can see by the look on my face, the yard sale bombed. Kalika, will you get your tail out of the middle of the camera, please? Will you get your tail out of the fucking camera? Lay down or something. We just got home. We just called it in early. We just turned in early. We said, forget it. No, she's not on. I'm living to let anybody know that's even still my sub on here, subs, that no more will I ever fucking do a yard sale in Whitehall again. I made a total of $20.50 in 2 days. Chris, he got it worse. He only made $7 in 2 days. A lot of it is people are at the Ohio State Fair. Good for them. I could care less. I think the Ohio State Fair is a waste of time anymore. It's become too commercialized, just like a lot of other stuff. And people want something for nothing. They want the fancy flipping and, blingy expensive stuff that they pay almost nothing for, or they just bleed and expect you to give it away, and then they probably still wouldn't stop. But they sure will waste thousands of dollars at the fair. They don't care about the people out here like us that are struggling. They don't care about all the time that we take to set up. All they care about is, oh, well, you don't have anything I want, so moving on. And you know what I say? F you to all of them. If I saw one of them homeless and on the street, I wouldn't so much as give them a dime. I hate to be so cruel and heartless in that, but, that's just, and I couldn't even tell you how many vehicles are constantly going up and down Maplewood every day. Other people had yard sales in the area, and I'm sure they did just fine. So we turned it in early. We said, forget it. This is just not worth it. And I won't do it again. I'm not going to waste my time. We're not going to waste our time doing any more yard sales in Whitehall. I don't care if it's free or not.
Well, you can't advertise either. You can't put any other signs out other than the one right there in front of the yard. That's it.
Yep. So
not on corners to let people know, there's a yard sale down this way. Nothing of that shit.
Nope. Kalika, will you lay down or something? You were fine. Why did you fucking get up and move? I'm already irritated. I don't need this. Like I was explaining to Mom and Jim and stuff earlier today. You take all the time to set up. You're out there in the blazing heat. You're out there in the blazing sun for hours on end. Waiting and hoping and praying that, people will stop. People will stop. They'll be like, oh, wow, look, they got some really pretty stuff there. No, our stuff ain't good enough. So they just drive on by, or they don't even see it at all. Or they see it, but they don't see it, and they just drive on by. But yet, if you went to a single other yard sale on that street, they would certainly expect you to stop at theirs and buy stuff. And he's right. Whitehall is so strict that, you're not allowed to put any signs up except the one right in front of the house. And you can only have a 3x3 sign. It's got to be very specific size, and you got to have a permit to do a Whitehall yard sale. You can only do 2 a year. And, you can only do it during certain hours, because if you do it before those hours or after those hours, they'll throw a fit there. So Chris decided, okay, 11 to 7, that's a good time of day, for most people. Okay, Friday, yeah, maybe there won't be so much. But you know what? That was really the only time that we got the best sale. And that was where he made, $5 on a fountain, and I made $20 on one of my laptops that I got rid of. And then today, one of the times I was inside, one guy came up and bought one little 50-cent flipping thing, and that was it. So never again. never again. And I wouldn't recommend to anybody to, if you have friends and stuff in Whitehall, don't do a yard sale, not unless you're willing to put like really extremely expensive stuff out there. And if they have a decent sized yard, you better plan on filling it with endless tables of stuff. And even then, there's no guarantee that people will stop. Freaking cold sore. Brooke, I don't know when you'll see this, hun. Sorry I didn't get a message to you on the phone, but I'm just too pissed off. I'm too pissed off and frustrated and angry and discouraged and, let down by the city of Whitehall because they're just so damn strict on what they will and won't allow you to do. And because of those restrictions, they probably, they really messed us up from possibly having more sales than, $20.50. I mean, are you flipping kidding me? So never again. That's it. Never again. I'm not doing yard sales. They're just a waste of time. Tomorrow's my mom's birthday. It's the last day of the Ohio State Fair. And to be honest, I'll be glad when the damn thing's gone for another year. Because, back in the younger days, back in the 70s and 80s, when the fair was actually fun, I'd be one of the first people to be there in line, trying to get in. Not anymore. It's just as commercialized and ridiculous and stupidly expensive. I don't even know what it costs to get in the gate this year. Because the last time I went, it was like, 21? 10? Oh, 12. It was 12. Yeah, it was 12 to get in. The last time I went a couple years ago, it was $20 a person to get in. I thought back then, though, they were still doing it for like 2 weeks. So, the fair would at least be in town for 2 weeks. Now it's only in town for 1 week.
But see, the $20 also got you a set number of rides, too.
I think so. I think that's how they did it that time.
Not anymore.
Yeah. So now they've changed the whole way of doing things. And, with all the walking and everything that you have to do on the hard pavement and stuff, I cannot do it. I can't do it. And if you aren't willing to shell out the money because you're not pooping $100 bills like a lot of these rich, fuddy-duddies are, and you can't get one of those little golf cart things to drive around the grounds, then, what the heck is the point of going? If I want fancy smancy stuff, I'll just go to the Walmart and get it, or I'll go to Target or one of those places. I could go to Waterbeds and get, fancy mirrored, designs and different, funny, like T-shirts or whatever. Unique things, unique items. One of Mom's neighbors, bless him, Joe, he did try to help. He came out and brought us a couple of things, that he had gathered from his place that he's like, he basically just gave them to us, said, here you go, guys, put whatever price you want on them. And he didn't say he wanted the money or anything. So
he said he's giving this stuff to us.
Yeah, he was just giving us. Okay. So, but we appreciated that he was trying to help, that was my point there. And, even after we set that stuff up, people they just don't care. They don't care about the less fortunate people in the world like us that put on these yard sales because, we've got, we got no money to live on, for the month, because we're on fixed income, because we can't work, because our health will not allow us to work. But somehow I guess that makes us scum because we're poor and we're not busting our butts, working some job, being bossed around by some jerk for a boss, and doing a 9 to 5 and, making a crap ton of money, living in a 40-room fucking mansion on a hill somewhere, tired of being judged by the rich creeps in the world. But, to be fair and to try to balance the energy out a little bit, we gave it our best shot and it just bombed. So I won't do it again. Just another, harsh lesson of life learned. that was just a waste of time. That all we learned really from it was that people are cruel. They don't care. They don't care about people that this might be their meal for the night that they were looking forward to so they could have groceries in the house. They don't care. It's not their problem. But yet, if the situation was reversed and it was them, you better believe they would be feeling exactly the same way I'm feeling right now. Good news. My son's coming home. Never mind. Just some other things have to happen first, but it was still some good news, when I got it. And it gave me a little bit of hope, for something good, but it's not like it's going to happen today or anything, but, at least we're, steps closer to that end. And it made me so happy that when Chris told me, I started crying, but at least it was happy tears,
No.
But I can't think on that too much either, because it's a step. It's not the phone call that I'm going to be anxiously awaiting now. And I don't know what day we're going to get it. Michael saying, come and get me, Mom. They let me go. I can go home. Because, we don't know if we're going to be able to just drive and get him and bring him home, or if he's going to have to go to the, halfway house thing for a few months or whatever first. Trying to, according to my mom, a conversation I guess she had with Michael, that I must not have been around when she did. He already has a car. He'll have a car, he'll have a job, and he'll have his own place waiting for him when he gets out. But, in my book, or in my opinion, it still doesn't hurt to have some backup options. A plan B and C or something in case plan A don't quite pan out that way, like we had hoped.
My always stupid. It's not as cool in here as it could be because I left the fucking kitchen window.
So now I'm trying to figure out how to take the rest of this time this evening to cheer myself up, think of something else, find a way to get myself in a better mood. And now I'm glad I didn't live stream it, because it just would have been humiliating. Both days, because I was going to live stream the yard sale, and we're just not even going to waste our time doing it tomorrow, because tomorrow's Mom's birthday. And
We'll get a cake and take it over, and that's all. I told Joe I would be over there tomorrow. I'm going to try to see if I can't trace down where his car he just bought is supposed to replace his pickup truck that's about ready to die. The fans, cooling thing run on the radiator. It's got the newer ones like the electric ones of ours, and his won't turn on. Jim's multimeter, half the features on it don't work. So I told Joe I'd bring mine over and we'd check it out, since I'm more the electrical guy in the first place.
Yeah.
So we're going to be over there anyways. We'll pick up a cake for Mom.
Yeah, so that's probably about the plan for tomorrow, is, like he just said, we'll get a cake, and that's about it.
The way my luck's going, as soon as I set it down, she's going to say, well, I can't eat that. All right, Mom, we'll put it in a blender with some milk and give you a straw. Bet you I do that twice, and she'll be ready to go get teeth.
Mom and her finicky, no matter what Chris makes, she always finds something wrong with it or finds some reason why she can't eat it. Today it was, I can't eat it because it's rice, I choke on it. Yesterday it was, I can't eat a lot of it or, whatever because it's got pork in it, it's got meat in it, and I can't do the meat because I choke on it. Well, if she would go, let us get her some teeth, let us help her get a hearing aid, let us help her get some glasses, that where she can actually see. She has to use binoculars to see the TV, and it's what, like just a few feet away from her.
It's like 10 feet away.
It's like 10 feet away, and she literally has to, when to watch TV, she has to use binoculars.
Yeah, she wants to see any details, like maybe the words on it or the weather map.
Mm-hmm.
You know how big they put the weather information down?
No one's on, but yeah.
She's got to use binoculars to see it.
Yeah. So, and we have tried numerous times to get her to let us, get her to doctors and stuff so that she could get her eyes, get some good glasses, get a hearing aid so she can hear. So we don't have to yell just for her to hear us, and then she gets mad at us when we yell and tells us to stop yelling at her. Well, get a fucking hearing aid or let us help you get one, Mom, so you can hear us so we don't have to yell. You think we like yelling at you? Because we don't.
We're not yelling at her. We're just yelling so she can hear.
Yeah. So frustration on top of frustration on top of frustration today.
Very on Aging ever gets a hold of us during the interview over there with your mom, I'm going to be there. Your mom's not going to like it because I'm going to keep telling them over and over again. Remember, you got to talk loud so she can hear you. She can't read that because she, you bring a 10 times magnifying glass with you because that's the only way she's going to be able to read it. What did you see about getting Meals on Wheels for her, except that she can't eat most of the stuff. If she ain't got any teeth. Worst part is, I have plenty of people who have no teeth. They can chew the shit out of it. Meat.
Yeah.
Mom takes 1 or 2 chews and then tries to swallow it. Ugh.
Ouch. Ouch. Spots on my arm. So.
Fucking Leos. People think we Virgos are fucking stubborn shit. That always pointed out to us, and it really is a better way. We have no problem doing it. I'm gonna kill things.
Um.
I'm sorry, I know you're mad at me, fella.
One big disappointing day. Big letdown.
Bella's giving me the evil eye.
And I don't think I'm even gonna bother staying on here because I just don't have it in me to, because I'm just too wasted from the day, So Bye for now.